Everyone, hope you're doing well. You're with Noor here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the importance of investing in your phone book. Okay, so essentially what I mean about investing in your phone book is ultimately building your network and making connections with as many people of value as you can. Now, to start off this video, I'm simply going to ask you, if things came crashing down where you lost your job, you're tired of your business, you simply don't have what you currently have, right? Everything just came crashing down. How many opportunities do you see within your phone book? How many people that can you actually reach out to where they can potentially provide you with something that could be of value? How many opportunities do you see there? Now, if you've just looked at your phone book and you're just scrambling and you're trying to scroll through and you can't see that many people of value that can provide you with relevant opportunities if everything just came crashing down, it's something that you definitely need to beef up and you need to enhance even further, because when you build such a strong network and make connections with so many different people, you need to understand that it's like you're building a safety net if things were to come crashing down, or if you wanted to make a switch. Okay, so I'm going to give you a live example here where, for me, for example, I used to run a marketing agency before I done what I do now, which is run operations for a coaching program. And literally, when I actually got sick and tired of my marketing agency, I was able to actually connect with my coach that I now work for, and I simply asked him if there's any jobs going. Okay, and lo and behold, there was a job going, which was to do with helping them out in operations. And now I'm here today, managing to leave a toxic situation where I hated running an agency, to now being in a position where I run the operations for a coaching program, and I pretty much earn the business owner type of money that I wanted to earn from my agency, without the business owner stresses. And that simply came from having made the connection with my coach by investing in his program. Okay, and this is an underlooked factor because yes, I just invested in the coaching program to enhance my agency, right? But by investing in the program, I naturally also invested in my phone book, because I made a connection with my coach, or my coaches at the time, sorry. And as a result, not only did I, was able to use the program to assist my agency, but I was able to actually, get a return on investment by simply securing a job with these guys. And that's just an example for you where, if you're in a similar position where your agency or your business, or whatever it is that you're currently doing, is just leaving you unfulfilled, you're not happy, you're miserable, and you want to look for different opportunities, the easiest thing to do, guys, is to have those opportunities within your phone book. Who can you reach out to that could potentially help you out, or even introduce you to someone that can help you? Okay, so a beefed up phone book is pretty much an insurance policy. Okay, this is something that I'm heavily investing in this year, because the more connections I have, the more leverage I have, the more opportunities that are available to me. Okay, and another thing to actually note here, it's obviously not just your phone book, it's also the connections you make online, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever it is. But the premise is just to make that connection, right, and establish that relationship with people of value that can provide you opportunities, and you provide them with opportunities in return. This is what I've seen some of the most successful individuals do, where they've literally got a guy for everything. They've got a guy for real estate, a guy for crypto, a guy for hiring sales reps, for example, a guy to coaching operations, or whatever it may be. The most successful people and the most wealthiest people, they tend to have a very strong network that they can tap into and ultimately leverage. And there's no reason why there's no reason why anyone else can't do that. Okay, it's available to everyone. Now, you don't want to, when it comes to actually investing in your phone book and your network, right? The easiest way to do this is to join these programs, masterminds, coaching programs on a one-to-one basis with relevant mentors, and all of these good things. And you don't just want to do this to do this specifically with your line of expertise. So, for example, right, I'm involved in operations, so naturally I have mentors within operations, okay, and they're very, very invaluable to me. However, I also found a mastermind where, even though it's not specifically, anything to do with operations, right, it's more centered around marketing, I'm probably still going to move forward with it purely because of the caliber of individuals in there and their expertise that can help me in other areas. So, for example, in this particular mastermind, there's literally people who have, bought and sold businesses, managed millions in spend, and done all sorts of things. So in this particular case, I'm not necessarily looking to invest in this mastermind to invest in my skills, right? Because it's not necessarily relative to me in that regards. But I'm actually investing in it to just make connections and enhance my phone book. Because people like individuals who are experienced in buying and selling businesses, they could actually be of value to me. Because if, for example, with our coaching program, if, for example, we decided to up and sell it, these people would be of significant value because I can make the intro to the founders, okay? So that's just an example there of, joining masterminds, courses and programs within your line of expertise, for example. But in this situation, it's also joining ones where, even though it's not within your line of expertise, you can make some incredible connections that would be of value to you in other areas of your life. So this is really, really important, because you don't want to just think in a linear fashion where you only have to enhance your phone book in one single area and one single line in one single line that is your line of expertise. Referrals and solutions. So when you actually invest in your phone book and you build these connections and just build up a really solid network, right? Not only will you be in a position where a guy or even a woman that can handle whatever it is that needs handling, right? You're putting yourself in a position where people can refer you for certain things, okay? And the opportunities here are endless in terms of knowledge, money, or whatever it may be. So I'm going to give you a really basic example here. So someone that recently worked with us, right? We established a great relationship, and even though we split ways, we're still connected with one another. And they actually reached out to me saying that they just needed someone to pass on some advice and input for a friend of theirs who was also an operations manager like myself. Now, this is something that I could have easily charged for, right? If it was packaged as, if I packaged it as an individual service or whatever it may be. But it just shows you the power of just building up your phone book and your potential within it, okay? You'll have people reaching out to you for your line of expertise, and they're referring you to other individuals just because you put yourself out there, you made the connection, and you show them how good you are at your job, okay? So powerful. And just touching on reputation there, when you actually, this is so important, because if you're going to invest in your phone book, you want to be someone of value to the people within your phone book, and that usually comes down to your reputation. And the problem that comes over here, guys, is people think that your reputation, especially in business, especially in the online world and the professional world in general, it's usually just to do with what you've achieved on a professional level. And yes, that is true. However, you really need to have a good reputation on a personal level, okay? Because truthfully, nobody wants to work with an arsehole, okay? I know loads of people that are successful, for example, and they've done amazing from a business standpoint, but from an individual and identity and a personal level, they're nothing but shitbags, okay? So you don't want to be this guy that's got a great reputation on a professional level, but you're just an absolute arsehole on a personal level, okay? Because if you are that guy and you do build up a network, right, because you're an arsehole, nobody's going to want to work with you. Nobody's going to refer things to you, and nobody wants to bring things in, bring you into things. Okay, so the key here, right, when you're building up your phone book, building up your network, right, You want to make sure that you're operating in an upstanding manner, both on a professional and on a personal level, and your name will naturally float around and opportunities will naturally gravitate you. Okay, so to put it simply, right, I typed it out here. You want to keep your word. You don't want to be a prick, and you want to be obsessed with being the best and do a great job. Okay, when you're able to do that, it's like a butterfly effect where things just come your way. People refer you. You're helping people on your phone book. They'll appreciate it. They'll help you out, and then they'll start bringing other people your way. And it's amazing because I've seen this firsthand, right? Where I'm now referring people to other people because the other person in question has made such a good impression on me. I just naturally send them, free opportunities and free business without actually asking for anything in return. So that's the power of investing in your phone book and establishing your network, because you need to understand, guys, when you have this in place, there's so many opportunities. And I want to re-emphasize that it's not just people that can help you with property, your crypto investments, your stocks, your shares, buying cars or whatever it may be, right? It's just also to do with the fact that if everything just came crashing down and you don't know where to go, you want to have your phone book available to you where you can have an abundance of opportunities to tap into, because you've established such good connections with different people that you've actually met. And this is super powerful because when you guys are investing in programs, masterminds and such, you're not just investing in the program content itself, you're investing in your own individual network, which could be far, far valuable, okay? And it's extremely powerful, and you never know the opportunities that can come from other people by simply having them within your network and simply, being in good standing with them, okay? So that's pretty much it in the video. To summarize, don't think that to succeed it's all about investing in your skill set and just going down one straight line. You can of course do that. You can of course be that locked in grind mode or monk mode, whatever it is, and achieve significant success, but there's no reason for you to not invest in your phone book and make connections on the side as well, because the opportunities are endless in that regard. Because it's also important to note that, because I'm not actually telling you to not work in whatever line of expertise you're in. If you're in sales, be sure that your calendar is filled up with sales calls and nothing else. If you're in operations like myself, be sure that your time is dedicated to systems and product development and whatever else you need to do for your founders. If you're an appointment setter, be sure the majority of your time is set on appointment setting, right? But in these spare pockets of time you have in your journey in progressing and investing in programs and your skill sets and all of those things, be sure to make connections along the way, establish those relationships, as it can actually provide you with a significant return on investment in the long term. Again, I'm able to actually look at my phone book look at the connections I made, and if things were to crash down, for example, and I lose the role I'm in now, for example, God forbid, but if it's a very unlikely scenario, but let's say if it happens, there's multiple people that I've established a connection with over the past few years from the courses, coaching and masterminds that I've joined, that can easily tap into, who can help me find my next opportunity, okay? And if you don't have that in place, you want that in place, because it gives you a peace of mind and a sense of security. It's your insurance policy, like I've stated at the start of the video. So yeah, hopefully you found this video valuable. Invest in your phone book, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.